The nurse's phone slid across the counter like a final judgment. I froze where I stood. Last month, she said casually, this same man brought another woman here for an abortion. My heart stopped. My husband, my baby. The truth slammed into me harder than any physical hit ever could. And then I saw her, the woman he once praised when he thought I wasn't listening. The one he swore was just a colleague. The one who took my place. I kept my voice steady even though my hands were shaking. Thank you, I whispered, slipping out of the room before the pieces of me could fall apart. It wasn't supposed to be this way. We met under perfect timing coffee shop. Rainy afternoon. Him draping his coat over my shoulders. I remember the way he laughed, like he carried no shadows at all. How easily I trusted him. How deeply I believed in the life we were building, our plans, our dreams, our child. I thought the foundation was solid steel. But trust, I learned, is a luxury for fools. The first signs were quick glances at his phone, murmurs that never reached my ears, laughter that didn't belong to our home. I noticed. I recorded it all silently. I didn't react, not yet. Reacting would have played right into his hands. I needed proof, not suspicion. And eventually, I had it. Messages he thought he deleted. Photos he believed were hidden. Names scribbled on receipts. Small things that formed one horrifying truth. Each discovery cut deep, but I held myself together. I didn't shout. I didn't confront him. I planned. I spent nights thinking like a strategist at a chessboard. Every move he made left a trail, and I followed each one carefully. I studied my options: financial, social, emotional. Every conversation, every interaction became part of my plan. I started with small steps. A quiet legal consultation disguised as casual questions. I learned about loopholes, accounts, and contracts he assumed I never noticed. Then I began applying pressure, subtle phone calls from the right people. Perfectly timed reminders of his lies whispered in the circles he valued. Nothing obvious. Everything invisible. He never suspected a thing. Men like him never do. They believe they're the center of every storm. And I was the one holding the thunder. Then the night of confrontation finally came, even though I had engineered it months earlier. I watched him from the dining table as he bragged to his friends about his supposed victories. Every lie rolled out of his mouth like a confession he didn't know he was making. Then came the perfect moment, the call from the hospital nurse. His face drained to color when I calmly repeated the exact day, the exact time, the exact choices he thought no one remembered. His confidence cracked. Do you know who she is? I asked softly, letting my restraint weigh on him like a mountain. He wanted to deny it, to run, to scramble for excuses, but he couldn't. Every plan he made, every lie he told, every smug look he'd ever given me, all of it lay exposed. I didn't yell. I didn't break down. I simply let him watch as the world I had so carefully built around him collapsed. Friends whispered. Colleagues exchanged looks. The evidence, legal, social, emotional, lined up perfectly. And for the first time, he understood just how alone he truly was. That's when I allowed myself the smallest smile. Because real revenge isn't loud. It's the quiet, precise dismantling of everything someone thinks they can never lose. By the time the divorce papers were signed, all he had left was the echo of his own arrogance. And I had clarity, a calm, powerful clarity that only comes when the betrayer's world crumbles and you remain standing, untouched. I think about that moment at the hospital often, how a single truth can tilt an entire life. He thought cheating would break me. Instead, I proved that betrayal, when met with strategy, patience, and intelligence, becomes a weapon in the right hands. I don't hold hatred anymore. Only understanding. Only strength. Only the quiet knowledge that people often mistake silence for weakness. Never realizing silence is where storms begin. He'll rebuild someday, but he will never feel invincible again. Not with me. Not ever. And when I look at my child untouched by his lies, I understand the last truth. The greatest revenge isn't humiliation. It's freedom. And I am finally, completely free.